Blindnesses aren't
We'll,
that
we'll
bad.
see.
I think we can. They're all barely hitting you.
Okay. Okay. We got this. Yeah. Luckily, I'm in fine metal,
Yeah,
so
you
I
are.
think we should
You are
be.
kitted out. Yeah.
Okay. Let's
We've,
take on the
we've got some
Dark Fiend
cures
after this.
here.
Yeah. We'll be okay. This is good experience.
Yeah. This is quite the room, though.
Yeah. All the grasshoppers confused me.
Mm-hmm. And the cubs and
Yeah.
sometimes when you got a room like this, which is very spammy, this is very classic in PK as well. I think I've mentioned this before, but it's genuinely very difficult to figure out what's going on. And to a certain extent, it's nice to kind of clear things out and make it more simple with color codes and spacing and whatnot. But like one of the cool parts of the gameplay is actually kind of the chaos of like, I don't know what's going on. There's a bunch of things happening. There's a bunch of people fighting people. And here, I think you'll be fine tanking these. If you go down to bad, I'll rescue, and then
Okay.
we'll continue.
Yeah, we're doing quite well. I think at this point, like, it's getting easier every
Mm-hmm.
time we kill a mob.
Mm-hmm.
So parry split is something I think we talked about before. So
Mm-hmm. It's a hell of a
as the
thing.
fight goes on, it gets easier.
Yeah. Kind of have to get over that hump.
Yep.
So we are currently on the south side of Fangorn right now, and to the west is kind of the ford of was it Eot or whatever it is?
Eisen? Yeah.
Ford of Eisen. I'm actually going to turn.
Is that Eisen? I forget now. But yeah, we're very close to Isengard, so I guess it must be Eisen. And yeah, so I guess we're in Rohan technically, right?
Yeah.
South of Fangorn is the plains of Rohan.
So we're going through here, and then we're gonna be moving up to this area that's kind of in this west/south of the Misty Mountains.
Yes.
This is where,
then,
correct me if I'm wrong, this is where like Boromir was saying that they should go, right? To go around the mountains.
Yeah. So yeah, Boromir wanted to go south, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Gandalf, having known already a little bit about Saruman at that point, was like, no.
Bad idea.
Yeah, so in Mume, you can actually meet Saruman. And he has some quests for you as well. There's even a quest for low levels that I don't think many people know.
I would agree with that because I don't know it.
Yeah. So I guess maybe this is for the explorers that are watching. See if you guys can find it and do it.
Can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you some.
Oh my gosh, we did it. That was awesome.
Yeah, right? that was a battle. There's corpses everywhere. Yeah, we'll go ahead and cure you up here. In general, you want to try to stay as high as possible with hit points and mana and moves in general, because the way that Mume's regeneration works is you regen faster the higher you are, which is a little strange. Well, I don't know if it's strange, but it's just a thing. And so it's like it's easier to stay topped off than it is to like go all the way down and then all the way back up.
Hey, we made it.
Yes, we are the Aot of Eisen. Aot of Eisen.
Okay.
All right,
We've crossed.
Yes.
Okay, so we are now entering Dunland. And in Dunland, like the Dunlandings, they tend to wander a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really hard to find them. I have like a mental map in my head of like through like, I don't know, I must have spent now like close to multiple days of real time experience, like XPing here in Dunland, so I have a good sense of where they all are.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, there's always like a group around here.
Yeah, right north of here. These are the trappers, I think. Are you good on hit points, by the way?
I'm 100 down.
Okay.
I should be okay. Yeah, as long as we're taking on one, I think
Yeah.
I have enough defense to tank it. Some of them hit hard.
They do. Some of them shoot, and they'll like shoot flee, which is really annoying. You have to like spam flush and stuff. Which actually we should kill one of those just to show how you do it. One thing to keep in mind is we are both men characters, men race. So because of that, this area is going to be a little bit easier for us because they're not going to be automatically aggressive to us. Whereas if you walk in here as like an orc or a dwarf, they will try to kill you on sight.
Good point. I forgot about that. Which also means that we could enter their town if we get attacked by orcs. So, yeah, these are good things to kind of keep in mind as you're entering an area. So this is the Dunlanding like town here. I don't think we're gonna go in, but like let's say we did get waylaid by a bunch of orcs, like we would want to then hide in there, and they would not want to enter. That would be very dangerous for them.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Great. Nice. So. God dang, and an orc just, or not an orc, a wolf just entered.
Nice.
Hopefully it doesn't attack us.
Perfect.
Yeah, so in Dunland, a lot of these Dunlandings just kind of wander, so it's very easy then to just find them isolated and hit them, and then, like at this point, I haven't gotten hit in much, so like we can just churn through this, and let's see, what did I get for the last kill? I got 2.1k? That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I'm already up to 2.5,
7K.
and we haven't even killed it yet. This is just from hit damage.
Yeah. Okay, I got 7k for the last hunter, so that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, 7k. And we are actually only 28k away from leveling.
Okay, let's actually also do a little bit of knowledge here. Is this tower ours? Okay, the tower's ours.
Nice.
Okay, so that's another thing that we could now be aware of. Right now we have a little bit more area knowledge. We know that this area is safe. If we get waylaid, we have two options then.
Let me drop some cures on you here.
Okay.
No, that's all we got.
Let's see. Okay, there's the cave lion to our left.
Yeah, cave lion's probably a little bit hard for us. There's the mother eagle that we could kill. We could definitely kill another eagle. There's the foresters that are a little bit north of us, and I think there's some spirits and stuff around.
Yeah, let's do the foresters. Let's stick closer to what other people would like to see us do. Because the foresters are also very, very good experience.
There are some forest giants around here that you'll probably see. They're non-aggressive; they won't hit you. I really do, they're excellent XP, but I do not recommend. If you're at our level, do not fight them. They are going to just like they are for some reason they are just beasts. They will wreck you.
Yes. So Dunland is actually among the oldest parts of the game.
Really?
And older parts of the game tend to be the most chaotic in terms of standardization. So that's where you get like things like, okay, I'm low move, so I'm gonna go in here and
these are good. Do you need water or something?
Yeah. No, I was dumb and I wore the wrong boots when we were going through Fangorn, and I haven't caught up yet.
Nice. Yeah, forgetting to switch the boots back is always a pain.
That'll get you, especially in PK. That'll get you. Like that. There are so many times that in the chaos of battle, I just forgot to wear the right boots, and before I know it, I'm low moves and then rip.
Or you somehow you end up forgetting to ride, or you got knocked off your horse and you don't realize it, and you spam 50 rooms, and you're like, oh, I have nothing now.
Yeah. Information overload is a real thing in Mume, and you spend a lot of time building the muscle memory of like what to read, what not to read, and how to then also like manage that chaos. Like there are many battles where I have just no clue what's going on, like just awareness of like we talked about this in I think one of the previous Zero to Heroes of like being aware of, actually it wasn't Zero to Hero, I think it was a PK analysis you did, about like how quickly you can die if you're not aware of where your group is.
Yeah, I think we were that was the one with Shocker and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of forces around here we're looking for right now, and they're being very elusive.
Where are they?
There should be at least two, maybe three.
Maybe they're on the outside. Okay, we can try to go in here. Let's see.
I think this is some like
No,
warriors
that's way
or
too
something.
many. Yeah, that's too many.
Usually they're kind of
So
like. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, so I think these guys will also help the forester when the
Mm-hmm.
forester yells.
Mm-hmm.
So if we pick them in, they won't be able to then assist their forester pals.
Mm-hmm. And this is where a lot of that
Oh my.
strategy comes in, where these doors can manipulate, or these NPCs or mobs can manipulate doors, but they can't unlock the door. So by
Yeah.
locking the door, you're kind of creating more strategy. Which I got to say, I really wish there was more of that in the game. Like the using doors in PK is a really important mechanic, and there's not a lot of scenarios in the PvE section of the game where that's important. But like situations like that is a great kind of learning example of what's important, or maybe there's like Master Assassin, another good example where you kind of have to like pick him in or block him in somewhere to really kill him. Stuff like that really helps prepare the player for what's to come, and it's just more fun. It's more fun to like use all the mechanics. Oh, here we go. We found one.
Ah, we found it. Okay, man. That took
And
a lot of
immediately we have
moves.
to fight a wolf.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we know where he's at. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we actually missed another good place to find Dunlandings. We can go back southeast after this.
Oh.
Okay, so the forester is yelling here, and some mobs yell and then have others then come and assist them. So because we closed the door and then picked it shut, that patrol of Dunlandings that we saw earlier won't come and assist them.
Mm-hmm.
So these are things you just need to remember and learn as you do.
You used to be able
I think
You used to be able to do this with black patrols in Moria too. I gotta bring it up every time. I'm still salty about that change.
yeah. And then in some areas, like you just don't have a door that you can like use. Like raiders and brush are like notorious for like just swarming you, and all you can do is just try your best. But they also can't hear for always very long. No, I probably should not have done that. But okay, we did it.
So in Dunland
Okay.
here, we only kind of touched the tip of kind of the Rohan, that Fords of Eisen. But that's where the next big zone is, right? Rohan is coming out soon, right? That's what you've been so hard at work on, right?
Yeah, since like what, 90, 98?
Hey, you know it's going to be a banger, right? Just around the corner. We got a black here.
Ancient Brick Road, what is it? ABR? Ancient Broken Road. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It was actually built originally around the same time as Rohan, maybe a couple of years after. And when we launched that as part of Mume 9, we actually had to rework a bunch of it because it had similar design problems. If you look earlier in this video, you'll notice that when we were kind of passing through the Anduin Vale and through Lothlorien, a lot of the zones are fully connected. And we can kind of see this also right now here in Dunland. It's a very highly connected area. There's not too much complexity in terms of like mazes and everything else. And this is fine and dandy for like exploration and things like that. But when it comes to like PK, it's horrible. Right? There are just so many ways that somebody can kind of like escape and disappear, and there's less interestingness in terms of doors. So when we had to rebuild ABR, we had to spend a lot more time thinking about like, okay, we need to constrain it, make it like there's more interestingness. Like how do you have multiple directions that you can go, and there's trade-offs for each direction. So when it comes to Rohan, there's no easy way to do that. Oh, congrats. Like it's all just plains. So like I think that's been one of the huge problems that the gods have had when it comes to Rohan, is that we have no way of making it interesting. It'll just be like a fully connected area.
Yeah, it's not entirely bad to have big open-ish areas. Like Dunland is a good example of it's open for sure, but it doesn't feel empty. Like actually, like I think this is one of the zones that people really like. But yes, like I think kind of what you're more an example is like Northern Anduin Vale, where there's just like a huge, like there's a bunch of rooms with just nothing and no texture. Like you don't need it. Not everything needs to be a tunnel, but when you don't have even any walls at all, and like it feels a little bit strange.
Yep.
And it's it's a tricky thing to overcome.
Okay, I think we should flee because the hunter is here and he assisted the warrior, and I think the hunter
so?
will track. Yeah, so if we flee, I think he'll come.
Okay. Here, let's do that then.
Let's see. Did you flee?
I went the other way. So
let's see.
Give you a couple.
Coming?
I don't. The trappers, I think, track. I don't know if the hunters
okay. Okay. Yeah, this is where you just have to know. Oh, I am hungry. Okay, let's get eat a lot of this.
We're out here just
Okay, so we have a
chowing
couple
down the elf
options.
food.
We can look around. Oh man. Okay. Well, okay. We'll come back. Let's see what else. Huntsman. Here we go. Okay, so a huntsman is a shooter. I think these guys will track. So here we're going to show a nice trick.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he coming?
He may. There he is.
There he is. Okay. So I'm going to go inside. Here we go. Come on. Where are you, buddy?
He may not enter indoors.
Oh, man.
You might have to use an outdoor exit. But
okay.
The kind of mechanic you're showing off there is, you can lead them into a closable, and you can close the door, and then they can't get out. I think they will keep hit fleeing you, even though like all the way to their death, though. So if you go into the room and then flush, we can just do it that way. Are we killing these or no?
No. Here we go. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're basically waiting for the mobs to wander. It's much easier for us to do one at a time than have to do two.
Got to strategize.
Yeah, it's at a certain point the game becomes like, how do I maximize XP an hour?
Yeah.
And if you have to have downtime because you have to cure, then some things just aren't worth it. And you think, okay, well then we'll skip this area. We'll go to the next.
Yeah, that's maybe something I never even considered. Obviously there's a lot of downtime. We call it regenning, right, where you're just sleeping and you're doing something. We don't really have anything for you to do during that time, which I never even really considered. I just assumed oh yeah, it's downtime. Which room are we going to here?
Oh, I guess we're just gonna do it. Okay, we'll do it.
Okay.
Because I'm still low moves.
Yeah, he's hurt. Also, he should go to wounded next hit or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. But yeah, we do kind of punish you for being low on
Making bad choices.
well, no, it's not. But it's not a bad choice to get low on hit points. Like obviously you can't kill things.
Yeah.
Like, dying is a bad choice. That's a punishment.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I never even considered I wonder if there's something that we could do that would be quote unquote fun. You can do while you're regenning.
Yeah. I mean, it's a trade-off, right? And you also talked earlier about how if you're lower, your regen slower, right? So the game definitely rewards you for staying topped off. That's an interesting point, right? In reality, the Fellowship never gets to a point where they're oh, we're gonna get down to 10% and just fight a bunch of orcs, and then we'll spend a week regenning, right? Yeah. So perhaps it's more of a staying true to the books kind of thing, where
they kind of did that when they fight on Weathertop. Proto's out for a couple weeks.
That's true, but not out of his choice, right? They were waylaid. So,
but I'm just thinking from a game design perspective. For instance, I had I remember I think I told the story vividly. I once had this idea where I was like, oh, you know what you should do? You should have to sleep every night because that would be realistic, right? And I was 13 or something, 14 when I made that suggestion. I was an idiot. But, obviously that would be awful for gameplay, even though it's realistic. And then kind of the same way, regenning is obviously realistic, and you shouldn't just be able to, like, obviously you need to regen, you need to stop fighting, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean gameplay should stop.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's
oh, go
it's a
ahead.
balance. Like in PK, right? Let's say you're fighting, right? Like you get low, right? You don't want to just have somebody be able to like escape the battle and then wait like 5 seconds and they're full again.
Well, yeah, of
So,
course,
yeah.
it's not a regen thing. But like, I think an example I would give is like, if you play like a Dota or League of Legends or something like that, when you're not in combat, you're dead or you're regenning, you're back in base and you're like shopping and buying and stuff, and there's this kind of like, it's a different part of the game that you're experiencing then. But anyway,
That's true.
food for thought.
Yeah, we've tried some things like we added like the comfortable like effect when you're resting on a campfire. Or, like most inns will have like a bench or something for you to get it to.
Maybe maybe you can sew something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crafting. Here we go.
Yeah. There's definitely room for enhancing things like there, like we not, I guess when I say we, it's like the leadership of the game, right? They did a bunch of work on like being able to make different types of food, use the casserole and things like that. But
Oh, I love the casserole. I got a casserole right here. We got to make something later.
Okay, yeah, but the benefits of the food that you make with the casserole don't outweigh the benefits of just like finding a boar, butchering it, and then eating the meat raw and like not even cooking it. So, like there needs to be a bit more thought into how food should improve your I guess gameplay.
Yeah, maybe like the quality of food determined, like you can get like a 1, 2, maybe 3 OB boost or something from eating good food versus just, because it is kind of silly. Like you can have like Lembas wafers and this, like these fancy things that you can cook versus like, yeah, you can just go eat some raw dog and it's it's the same effect.
Yeah, and you don't get sick, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's a great
point. That we have to do. Yeah. Like these are like, yeah, don't eat raw pork, right? You're gonna get worms or something. So like there's always a balance between like, do people want to have to now micro their hunger, their sleep?
Well, I think that's a great point. You don't want to make it mandatory, but you want to like maybe like add like positives, like you can get a nice little like, yeah, you want an extra, you wanted a bonus OB, okay, eat something cooked,
Yeah, we'll have to think about it. Like, I think it was given some thought, and then like we just didn't follow through. Even being a volunteer game, it's hard to see projects through sometimes.
There's so many good ideas out there. So many good ideas. You had mentioned before that if you look back at like started and unfinished random bits of code and projects, it's like a vast treasure trove of just ancient stuff that exists in the game that isn't implemented.
Yeah. There's something in the code that has never been turned on. I don't know when it was explored, but they have like different stances of like combat. It's like I think it's another example of like, yeah, that sounds great in principle, but like in reality and practicalness of like change like fighting stance this, right? It's just the mood system, right? Like
get to the dragon stance.
The game is very, everyone kind of takes away a different element of it, and some people want that complexity, and some people just think it gets in the way. The way I kind of view it is that like we have to think about what the users want, right? And the user base just wants a game that they can enjoy, and micro and like having to now butcher a pig and then cook it and then learn a recipe so that it tastes good so you get more OB. While it practically sounds good, it might be too much. Like we get a lot of ideas from other games, right? Like so like I extensively played Skyrim back in the day and World of Warcraft and those games, like they have mods that you can enable like for, well, not World of Warcraft, they have like add-ons, but like Skyrim has mods for like you have to stay warm or you'll die, right? So you actually need to like get like fur and stuff like that to like go up north into the snow. And yeah, sure, we could do that in Mume, but now everyone would have to carry like a bear fur and like manage.
Oh,
Oh
we should
crap!
probably let's kill the dog and then head out.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that was a bit too much.
Yeah, that was a little bit. That was a lot.
Okay, so we're actually near the end of Dunland now.
We're in the north portion right now.
Let's see. Where should we head next? I
Could do.
guess we could head towards Tharbad.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of Tharbad.
Okay,
I think I was there with
here.
Ratto before, and we died horribly to some BNs. It was wonderful.
Okay, okay, so I'll be very mindful about where we're leaving tracks then.
Yeah.
So because we had, I'm gonna not go that way by the ford, because that's where like a BN will check. And
Although
because we had gave boats to our mounts, we can do this trick.
Oh yes.
Where we can cross the river here.
Yes, the floating mount. It's always
yes. You were about to say?
Oh, I was going to say, at level, because we're both level 18 now, if we were to find a lone BN, we're still a little bit at a disadvantage, especially if we get jumped and they have charmies and stuff, or if we eat quakes. But this is a level where, like, if you get jumped, you actually can fight back a little bit. Like, if a BN jumped us and then missed all of his quakes, he's actually in a lot of trouble.
That is true. Yeah, we would have a chance. Okay, another tangle here north. I'm going to get some of these doors for us. Okay, so it's actually been a while since I've played a new character where I don't have all the doors automatically. So I removed the ability for mmapper to automatically open doors because it was more true to the original spirit of Mew. I'm actually enjoying it. Like, as much as it's like I gotta open up Tangled Bush. Like, I get that 7 travel point bonus, and
yeah,
it kind of brings me back to like when I first started playing Mew in the early days of Mew 7 in 1999.
Yeah, I agree. It's really, I was actually considering not putting door names in at all for the version of.
Oh, there's a tarantula here. Oh, get out! I did not see that. Let's not do that.
Because yeah, like I like the idea that I think search is a really cool mechanic that you have to search rooms and find the doors. I think that's good. We currently have it as a skill. It probably shouldn't be a skill. It probably should be, at the very least, it should be a ranger skill. But it is a cool mechanic of like, oh, you have to like find the exit. And we've got some of the really cool rooms up in like the Emin area where the exit name is a variable, so you can't just know the exit. Those are super cool.
Yeah. It adds a little bit more weight into like, okay, do I want to go in here? I won't be able to escape as easily if it changes. Yeah, we try to add those very, very limited in number, only where it makes an interesting player choice in terms of like, is that worth it? Like, we're very big these days in building about making every area have a distinct purpose and a distinct kind of like outcome and choice that you have to make, so that when you're wandering the zone, like interesting choices lead to interesting gameplay.
Yeah, from a your perspective as a Rata, and you've overseen quite a bit of building over years. How would you say the building process has changed from like an ideological standpoint of like how you approach a zone?
Yeah. So at this point I've built, I guess, 3 zones. I guess let's say 2, because the third zone actually used a lot of your descriptions. But it's evolved quite a bit. In the early days when I first started building in like 2001, we didn't have very many tools. It was all still like pen and paper, and like you would kind of talk to people, but it would be very difficult to visualize what you're doing. And around the time after that, mappers came out, and people started using mappers then to help design the areas that they're building and help visualize them. And you start to see a pretty good improvement in consistency of, should we take on the lions or not?
Yeah, we can do the lions.
Okay, let's do that.
We did
Okay,
5.
so,
We can definitely do 3.
yes, yeah. So you see an improvement in quality of like the zones around then. Like in some zones, like in the Shire, there'll be like weird quirks of how the zone is built and things that don't quite just make sense. And that's just like a function of the time where back in the day people would do it on paper, and sometimes they would just kind of do stuff and in their head it made sense, but in reality it wasn't quite there. So like quality visualization kind of improved, and then most recently now with like generative AI, it's a lot easier now to like also like quickly spit out like 100 descriptions.
Yeah.
So I haven't necessarily like done it at that scale myself, but like there have been areas where I've been helping build the game, and I just kind of like just at a very high level write the description of the room like in a couple like words, and then I'll then say, okay, do this, and then I'll ask them the AI to like spit out like 10 variations of that, and like add some details of like each of these as a direction. So it's been getting a lot easier now to do like that part of development of just writing descriptions. But honestly, that used to just be a bunch of busy work. A lot of the effort still is in the design of the area, the crafting of the narrative, like being the dungeon master. So
Yeah.
that hasn't changed. And honestly, that's the part I enjoyed. Not the room descriptions part.
I don't think anybody.
Fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of it's fun. Some of it's fun. Like
Yeah.
the generative AI thing is really nice because you can.
Yes.
Like most of the rooms, no one really like. They're not that like it's okay to have just like meh rooms. Like a lot of the times, like it's just a filler room, like between rooms, right?
Yes.
I was talking to Brylan, and he had showed me a couple of his descriptions for some of the stuff he's been working on, and of just like he's just got beautiful descriptions, and you can tell that they're just he's handcrafted them, but they're for important rooms which are maybe not important to the gameplay, but are important to the I don't know what the gameplay is, but are important to like the narrative. You can tell, and those are the ones you want to like handcraft and whatever.
Yes.
But like here's a grassy field, like okay, whatever, fine.
Yeah. And that's also how I approached it. Like you have like important rooms like the inn at Bree or Old East Road meets Greenway. Like those you don't want an AI to do. You want to do that yourself. But then between those rooms, there's like 10 roads, right? Like like can you really
the Old East Road? It goes north, south, and
yeah. So that's where like your brain is better spent like thinking about like how to make this interesting. Let the AI kind of do that, and you can then of course then tailor it to add some interesting elements like after the fact.
I used to have a system. It's so nice. I used to have this system because I hated desking zone. I hated it. It was so annoying. So what I'd do is I'd get like a Word doc, and I'd write out just a whole bunch of room names, just really fast. I'd write a whole bunch of random room names, and then I would put like one word in under each name of like a thing that's in that room, like mountains, stone, rock, river, building, whatever. And then I would just like write a stupid sentence after that, and allow you to just like power through a whole bunch of them. But thank God we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, so we collaborated on a zone, and like I got that doc from you of like all of these different room descriptions.
Oh yeah.
even after I got that, trying to piece together that last zone I built with you was really hard because I had to now take these random elements and make them coherent in this layout. So there was actually a lot of like thinking that still had to go on in development. So the zone we're discussing is the zone with Guck. And he's the snow giant on the ancient broken road, and it's a very interesting zone. Probably not for like the faint of heart to go there and explore, but
there's just so many cool mechanics in that zone.
Yeah,
and it's very thematic, very thematic.
Yes. We spent a lot of time thinking about the thematicness and like how to explore, how to escape, how to trap someone, how to escape from a trap. So these are all interesting design choices that we tried to layer in.
I remember we did a test run of it, and it was like, I think you had tuned it way too hard or something. And it was so cool because we got in there and it was like heart pounding. Like the first time I had seen the whole and then we just got wrecked, and we're like, okay, well.
Yeah. That's all part of the game design process. So like, yeah. I mean, playing Mume is a lot of fun. I enjoy it every single time I do it, but at the same time, I also enjoy being the dungeon master and thinking about, okay, how can I make this also fun for people to play?
Do you want to stop by a water place real quick? I gotta
Yeah, of course.
fill up
Yeah.
my skin.
Let's see.
There's one west,
I
west,
guess
west,
you're
and then south.
right here. I guess. There's
Oh,
a
that
small
works.
stream.
Yeah. Pour water skin.
Okay, so I'm thinking, where should we go next? Let's go north. Let's take on that spirit.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think we can do it.
Let's do it.
Let's see. It's here. I forget what is the story behind this guy. He says something, but I don't know what.
I gotta say, I think this is this is a great example of some of the charm of some of the old zones, which the new zones are really nice, but like this dude is random. He's so random. He's just like in the middle of like I'm sure he's got a story here, but like I think one of the things that was iconic about a lot of the old zones, which they did a great job with, is like a little bit of the randomness makes it very memorable. You're like, oh yeah, there's that dude over there. I don't know why he's there, but that's that dude, you know?
Yeah.
Great example is like the Durgarwath or whatever his name is. That's just east of here. Like, there's no reason for him to be there, as far as I know, in terms of story wise.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great PK place.
Is the key just for the store?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But like it makes it like you remember zones because they're like, oh yeah, there's that thing, or not just the zone, but like where, like the layout of the zone, the names of the mobs help remind you how the zone is laid out.
Yes.
Which is kind of a cool design feature. Like they were so creative.
Okay, so we're going to show a little bit about how to make money. So over here, there's a flower that legends want.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get it, no foxtail.
Unfortunate.
So foxtail is an herb that they'll use in an herbal called healing, I think, right?
It's actually that's the plant that we sold earlier in the session.
Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, I have to bribe the guard to get in.
Ooh, yeah, let's show off this. Here, I'll do it so you can see.
10 silver? I don't know if 10 silver is enough. We'll see.